Cool. Here at YCS Indianapolis with top 16 contestant. Please introduce yourself to the world.
I'm Joshua Ramkissoon. I got top 16 at YCS Indy. It's my first YCS, so it's pretty hype.
What deck, bro?
I played pure Melodious.
Melodious? What made you decide to play this deck for the event?
I love idols, Japanese idols, and to me, dude, look at that. Never cheat on your Oshi.
My goodness.
Yeah, dude. So it's an idol deck, dude.
Okay. Sweet. Any shout outs before we begin?
Yeah, shout outs to my friends that came with me. Shout out to my friends back in Claremont. Yep, that's about it.
Okay, without further ado, please show us the top 16 Melodious Guru.
Alright. So I played 3 Refrain. This is just Stratos. It adds your Melodious monsters. 3 Couplet. This adds the fusion spell. And when it's added, it's basically Poplar. You can reveal it and special summon another level 4 or lower Melodious monster from your graveyard or hand. These are the 2 new guys, and they're really good. The old guys, this Soprano, it lets you fuse. It's kind of like Cartesia, except she's not quick effect, and you have to use her. She's also not once per turn to fuse, so you basically just loop her, and you get a bunch of fusion on the field. She also has a once per turn effect where you can add a Melodious monster back to hand, and that comes up in some of the combos. Shapina, she also adds back from hand, but she can add any light fairy, so I can add back Herald with her. She's also not once per turn, like hard once per turn, so you just keep looping her and you add back to hand. These are like the main engine ones. Extenders, I played 2 Sonata and 1 Cannon. Some people played 3 of this one, but I just didn't really have space. It's kind of good to make a IP if you're not locked. This one you make Baguska if you're not locked. And you just need it for the names, because basically any Melodious monster plus this is combo. And then the last Melodious monster was Arya. I don't really end on her a lot like most players do. Because like if you're playing against Tempai, they could just switch her to attack mode, and even though they can't die by battle, they'll just keep crashing into her.
Yeah.
So I don't really end on her, but I will like dump her in the graveyard or add her to hand some way, just to have her.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was 13 Melodious monsters, spells. Ostinato. This card is crazy. In my top 32 match, game 3, I activated Ostinato. He ashed. I desires and drew the second Ostinato, and then I won the game. So it was crazy. 3 first movement solo. This is just another starter, but it's worse because it locks you. I hope they print this as a common, because they said it was warped, and I bought one. I bought new ones, and I don't know. They still seem warped to me, so I don't know. I hope they reprint it as a common. 2 of the fusion spell. I think you need to play 2 regardless. Couplet is very important. And if you have this in the graveyard and it's stuck there, you either have to link off your fusion monsters, which is kind of bad, or I don't know, you just play without it, which is still bad. The other thing is, like, if you're playing 2, a lot of times I hard drew this with the couplet, and I was able to activate the couplet legally to attempt to add. They would ogre it, and I would just have the second one, and they look dumb. 2 desires. I don't like prosperity because it conflicts with concerto. So many times when I use this effect to draw, like I draw into the 1 hand trap that I needed to like seal the deal. So I just don't want to lose the ability to draw. And 2 talents. This is like more draw cards, and like it also just, you know, everyone's playing hand traps. You look at their hand, draw 2, or help you break a board. And then the rest are hand traps. 3 orange light. This is like one of the main reasons to play the deck. This helped out a lot. Just getting the monster off the board is huge, and just protecting your play from hand traps, really good. 3 ash, 3 imperm, and 3 Veiler. Or sorry, did them in the opposite order, but they all do the same thing. This one's the best one, obviously, because you can't get talents. Yeah, so I played these 12. I think these are standard all Melodious lists, but the 4 that like I think were like different were these 4. This is for Tempai, because it hits their graveyard, so their field spell doesn't really protect them. Versus Tenpai, you just don't want them to make level 10 in main phase. If they do, you're kind of just cooked. So I played 2 DD Crow, 1 Ghost Ogre because you can draw into it. I didn't really need to play it more than that. And Droll was the 41st card. I was just kind of scared decks. So I didn't know. I didn't know what to do, but I just wanted to play.
It's 41 cards, folks.
Yes, 41. Yeah. Token.
Oh, yeah. I'm the Vita guy.
Extra deck, 3 Baka. You need to play 3. I see some lists with 2, but in the Baguska combo, you go through 2 already. So unless you're recycling them, you need the 3rd one in the extra deck. 2 Etoile. 2 never came up, but in case they unicorn, you want to have 2. She's like the main reason to play the deck. She's broken. 2 Schuberta. She's amazing as well. Getting to use her effect and damage step to push for more damage is really nice. And then just looping her for constant banish 3 is crazy. 1 Bloom. This card is okay, but I never go into her in like the combo unless like I absolutely have to extend, because like you're just playing it in Nibiru. And that's really how I lost my top 16 matchup. I just played terribly. I played it in Nibiru for the first time and then I got punished by it. Yeah, so those are all the Melodious extra deck monsters. Gravity Controller. This card is absolutely needed. If you Ostinato and they imperm your Baka, you can link this off and then still get Baka's effect to revive. I did that twice in tournament today and it absolutely won me the game. Protector of Agents, this is just Alice Floodgates. IP, you can end on this to go into SP. Underworld Goddess, this is a flex spot, but for unaffected monsters maybe.
Yeah.
Baguska, this is part of the combo versus like Tenpai. And Typhon, I never made him, but I would not cut him.
Sweet.
Yeah. Side deck, 2 Droll. Like I said, I was scared. I never sided this in. Crow and Called By. These are more cards for Tenpai, whether they go first or second. Another thing with the Crow is if they're choosing to go first and they set on like Seal's Pass, when they use Seal's effect, I'm not really worried about the bounce. I'm more worried about what they're bringing out, like the Drago. So I'll just chain Crow to the Seals, and since it's not in the right location, they don't get the summon. So that's why I'm siding Crow and like Called By for that. This is also for going first, and these are also for going first. I always sided these in when I was going first. This deck loses to like double hand trap, and it loses to imperm. This is the only card that stops imperm. To go along with these, I also sided 2 D barriers, but I only did this like package whenever I played against a deck that I know for sure D barrier hits, because like versus Snake Eyes, sometimes they don't even side this, so like siding this in is like kind of troll. I played 5 board breakers. I drew them, but they didn't really perform as well. I don't know if I would cut them though, because like I am worried about like skill drain and stuff in the Snake Eye matchup. So I think board breakers are kind of needed, but they didn't work out for me today, or the weekend. And then Rivalry, I drew it twice and it won 1 game. Top 16, it didn't win me that game, so.
Well, hey man, congrats on top 16, first YCS, let's go.
Yeah, thank you.
Until next time everyone, Bortle out.